Hey guys, Mark Baker here, super cash flow rooming house expert. Just wanted to run through a couple of the important points when furnishing your rooming house conversion project. One of the important things is the appropriate size bed for the room. Now, it's important to note that minimum room size is pretty small, it's only 7.5 square metres, but for a room to accommodate 2 people, it needs to be over 12 square metres. Now, some councils can run into issues with that, thinking that you might be overcrowding. So it'd be a good idea with rooms that are under 12 square metres to either put a single or a king single. So that's one of the first tips. And the other thing too, I would say, is always do mattress protectors, help get the longevity out of what you're providing. I will touch on, while we're there, linen. Now you note that we don't have linen in here. The reason for that is that in the regulations, if you provide linen, then you are also responsible for laundering that linen. So if you want to be changing people's sheets for them every week, absolutely go for it. Yeah, our preference would be they can bring their own linen. Another thing that's important is to make sure that the room is as comfortable as possible. So you're providing comfortable chairs, like a tub chair in the room, a decent chair at the desk, so that people are comfortable, dining in their own room, watching TV in their own room. If you provide TVs, look, TVs I put in as an optional item. Sometimes they're appropriate. Most people have mobile devices or their laptop or tablets that they'll use for entertainment. So while we're talking about that, another good point is to make sure you've got decent internet available in the house. Another requirement in the rooming house regulations is that there's at least 100 litres of food storage per resident. Now this can be provided in a common area or in their room. The preference is in their room because less disputes about things. If it's provided in a common area, it needs to be lockable. These particular cabinets here, different model to the ones we used to get from IKEA, but I think they come up quite nice. They are lockable, as in there's holes through this pin here, so if they are put in a common area, they do meet that requirement as well and can be lockable. And they also meet the size requirement of being 100 litres of storage. So, like I said, there was a different model we used to get. Currently, this is the most suitable one for that purpose. Another thing that's in the regulations and has come in relatively recently is a requirement for fixed heating in all rooms. There aren't energy efficient requirements with that as yet. However, if you're paying utility costs, which you probably are in a converted rooming house, the most efficient form of heating is actually split system air conditioners. Now, heating, they're really good to run. Cooling, they're reasonably good as well. And one of the important points on those is actually the remote control. So one of the important points to manage heating costs is the remote control. So these are the aircon off air conditioner controllers, which we can limit temperature range, we can limit run time, and that can help save energy costs even further. Even though, as I've already mentioned, the split systems are already the most efficient form of heating you can have in the rooming house anyway. Another advantage of that over heating for the whole house, like if you had, say, a ducted gas system that still complied, the difference is individually heating each room is also going to be far more efficient and cost you far less than heating a whole house, whether everyone wants it or not. Another important thing in your rooming house conversion is wardrobes or built-in storage. Now, this is obviously a freestanding unit that's been put in, because this being a conversion, the rooms weren't there. There would be an option to build in built-in wardrobes, but these flat pack ones, built securely fixed to the wall, do the job quite well, and they're more efficient on cost typically than doing built-in robes, especially where there's existing rooms that you're retrofitting in a converted property. And another point with these flat pack ones, and being that this room is on the smaller side at under 12 square metres, these save a fair bit of space as well, because the thinner panelling, not as deep as doing a built-in robe in the room. So space saving and cost saving, and still provide a reasonable amount of storage for the occupants of the room. Now, another requirement in rooming houses is that you have fridges. Now, much like the food storage, the fridges can be provided in a room or they can be provided in a common area. Now, the requirements in a common area add up fairly quickly. There's 400 litres of space, and I think it's 20 for the first 4 people in the rooming house, and an additional 28.5 litres per person over that. So, 9-person rooming house, you'd be well into the 600 litres for fridge storage if you put it in a common area. Now, you could also debate, is that enough? What's going to happen? not a fan of doing it in the common areas because disputes over someone stole my milk or whatever else and who gets what part of the fridge. So preference is we provide them in the rooms. Now the regulations only require a minimum of 80 litres if it's provided in each room. Now the challenge with that is a lot of the 80 litre bar fridges and so forth have that crappy little freezer box with a plastic door on it that ices up, and then people try and break the ice out and damage them and stuff like that. So, and also they're not really enough space. The freezers don't work well. They're just not a great thing. So suggestion is to get when these are 200 litre, I would normally suggest minimum 120, but 200 litre is great. But the big thing is the separate freezer and fridge space. So you've got decent freezer storage, separate door, works well. Now the thing with these is the footprint, these are a fairly narrow tall one, so they don't take up much more footprint, or probably less footprint than some of the 80 litre ones out there anyway. So for putting in rooms, definitely the way to go. Get decent fridges with separate freezer door, and somewhere 120 to 200 litres is ideal for individual person rooms. All right guys, I hope those tips for furnishing your room in your rooming house conversion help you out with understanding how it works and what gets you the good results. We'll be back with more another time. So thanks for watching. Bye for now. See you next time.